Thank you. So, good evening, everyone. I'm Ashrita from Health Basics. Along with me, I have Miss Shraddha. Shraddha Srikanth has over 20 years of experience in the field of special education. She has been a very core member of our team, and her previous experiences include setting up resource centers across Karnataka and other states that she has been traveling across her career line. She has also vast experience in working with children on one is to one and classroom basis. She has worked in multiple schools and NGOs where she has set up resource centers from scratch. She has built special ed inclusive units in schools and NGOs along with her team members over there. And currently, she's working in Health Basics, where she guides and works as a mentor for our team of special educators. So, Shraddha ma'am, we welcome you here, and all of you have a good evening.
Thank you so much, Ashrita, for the warm words and welcome everyone. Good evening. Uh, as you know, the topic is autism. Let's not jump into the topic, but before I actually start, first thing is I want to know why are you guys here? What is something that interests you about autism? Are you aware about something? What do you want? What are you expecting from this webinar? I want you guys to answer. It's not just muting and switching off the video and just sitting through the webinar. This is not a classroom lecture.
Ma'am, is it how to build a support system, how to go away with, how to take care of them, and how to handle them in different situations?
Okay. You got some idea, Vidya, about handling, or have you met any of these children or adults?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you in touch
In
with
my
anybody?
no, I actually previous years of experience, I had two autism kids with me, or 15 years old.
Okay. So
So
you
one
work
was
with them?
very, yeah, I worked with them. I was a teacher with them. The whole day I used to handle them in all events. So one was very severe, and another was both combined. That is hyper and autistic both together,
ADHD and
and ADHD and
ASD
yeah,
on the spectrum.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
So it sometimes they'll be okay, but it depends upon the mood. Sometimes their mood will not be okay. They will not listen to what we say at all. So we have to have a alone space for them, or
Are we
they'll be
not
out.
like that? Are we not like that? Are our normal kids not like that? Nobody listens to everybody all the time. Whether even
Yeah.
at your workplace, you may not listen to your boss all the time. So
Yes.
that means all of us are autistic. We do
No,
show
no.
traits of
Yeah.
autism.
Yeah, but sometimes they will be very happy when what is there in the mind. If I say, they will be very happy. I could see the expression in the face. And one time, I had very difficult to bond with a child who was very used to beat everyone in the class, whoever he gets like that. In starting, it was very difficult for me to handle the child, but after that, he started to bond with me very well. And one day, when I understood what his difficulty was, tears was in eyes. So I
Oh,
felt, yeah, also that you understand my difficulty
sweet.
now, like that.
Good, good. That was a
So
wonderful
all
thing.
that chilled my
Anybody
mind.
else? No, that's really sweet of you. That's really sweet of you, Vidya. Anybody else who wants to share their experience? Okay, before we start, you guys can see this. I said this is not going to be a monologue. We are all going to talk together. So, however old we are, all of us are at least 22 years of age. Yes, even if the youngest person is 22. I want responses. So, everybody younger than 22 here?
No, ma'am.
No, right? Everybody's seen, at least you finished your college, you're working somewhere, you may be a parent, you may be an experienced professional, whatever that you are. I'll give you 2 minutes, exactly 2 minutes to think and summarize your life in 3 sentences. Whatever is your life, if I need an introduction about your own life, you're going to write it in 3 sentences. I hope everybody is thinking and working on this. If you have to sum up your life, how are you going to do that in 3 sentences? Done? Your 2 minutes are done. Could you write something about yourself? It's okay if you don't want to share about what you have written, but were you able to write?
Yes, ma'am.
You could write. Wonderful. I've been trying to write from the past 1 week. I'm still not able to write 3 sentences about myself. Anybody else who could do it? I could randomly ask names now, then you'll have to say what you've written about yourself. Ashrita ma'am, could you write? Anybody wants to share what you have written? Vidya, you want to share?
Yes, ma'am. It is. It's beautiful. Sometimes life is beautiful. Sometimes it is happy. Sometimes it is annoying.
Annoying. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. You put in your emotions and you summed up your
Yes.
life in 3 emotions.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, wonderful. Anybody else who's written it down and who wants to share? Okay, so you guys want to go further?
6, 7, 8, 9. Take my hand. I'm not naughty. I'm autistic. And I just get too much information.
Okay, what was that? Can anybody tell me what you saw in the video? Yes? Could you see the video or no?
Yes, ma'am. We could see the video, ma'am.
Okay. So, what did you understand in the video?
Actually, autistic children they can hear many sounds than
Okay.
us because
Okay.
of the sensory issues.
Okay.
So that is the sounds which that autistic child is experiencing when he's in the mall.
Hmm. Anybody else? Yes, Miss Hina, you want to say something? Nobody else? So you didn't watch the video? You didn't strike a
Hello?
chord?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah, I want to ask something, ma'am.
yeah,
Actually, ma'am, my baby has a less speech value.
okay.
So that is why I consulted with a speech specialist, and then he said that your baby is suffering from autism.
Hmm. Hina, can we have these questions at the end of the session, please? I'll come back
Okay,
to you at
ma'am.
the end of it.
Okay, ma'am. I'll be waiting for that.
Yeah, I will come back to you for sure. Once we are done with the presentation, I'll definitely come back to you, Hina, about this.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yeah, dear. Yes. Anybody else who saw the video, what did you get to understand from it, or was it a very vague video? What happened in the video? Other than what Vidya told me about autistic children being able to hear and they have sensory issues. Good evening, Vandana. How are you? Okay. Nobody wants to talk. So this is going to be a monologue today. Okay. The reason why we are here, what is autism? What is autism spectrum disorder? What comes to your mind when we say when you say that this child has autism or this person is suffering from autism? What does it usually, what comes to your mind? If I say autism, what do you come up with?
Ma'am,
Yes.
फिर लेंगे बाद में लेंगे आके लेंगे
ma'am, it is a neurodevelopmental disorder
Okay.
where children will not we can see characteristics such
तुमको देख
as
के पहचानने
they
जाओगे
have poor communication or interaction skill, poor eye contact, being isolated, uh, than being they will be obsessed with object than a human relationship.
Okay. They have issues in communication. Basically, they have issues in
Yes, ma'am.
socializing and communication. This is
Mhm.
something which we have seen everywhere. All of us know these basic things about what is autism. Okay, our Bible, which is the DSM 3, DSM 5, the latest one, the Diagnostic Statistic Manual of Mental Disorders, it defines autism as, it's called autism spectrum disorder, ASD, as a neurodevelopmental disorder, Aishwarya, as you mentioned, characterized by persistent deficits in social communication, social interaction across multiple contexts, as well as restricted repetitive pattern of behavior, interests, or activities. Yes, this answers it. To know in detail, for a child to be diagnosed, or the moment we say the child suffers from autism, or the child shows symptoms of autism, you have certain criteria as per your DSM. Persistent deficits in social communication and social interaction across multiple contexts. See, persistent deficits means just because a child shows symptoms in one particular scenario doesn't mean the child has has autism, because we tend to use it very casually as well. So the deficit has to be persistent. It should be in the fields, in the areas of social emotional reciprocity, non-verbal communicative behavior used for social interaction, deficits in developing, maintaining, and understanding relationship. If you put it more clearly, these children don't understand the way, it's not that they lack understanding, but they don't understand the way we talk to them. Their way of communication is something else. Okay, coming back to something else here. How many of you can speak which is a common language all of us speak here, other than English? You guys can all understand Malayalam?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Aishwarya understands Malayalam. And anybody understands Tamil? Aishwarya understands Tamil as well. Somebody with Kannada? Oh my God, you are a linguist, Aishwarya.
As
Um,
of now, I learnt, ma'am, since I come to Bangalore.
okay, great. And then how many Hindi? I think most of us can actually understand. So if I start speaking, other than Aishwarya, anybody else can understand Tamil or Kannada? If I start speaking in Vidya, you, what language do you
Yes, ma'am.
understand?
I
Which one?
have my mother tongue is Malayalam, and know Tamil very well. I am in Chennai
Okay,
now, ma'am, for a long time, so I know.
okay. So Kannada also will not be difficult for you.
I have not tried that, ma'am.
I mean, when you understand Malayalam and Tamil, one South Indian language, even I can speak. Yeah, even I can speak three South Indian languages. Okay. So, but then the reason I'm asking this is if you start speaking in a language which the other person doesn't understand. If I start communicating in, for example, say Tamil, how many of us can understand? You can't. What I'm trying to say is an autistic person or an autistic child thinks that you are speaking in an alien language. I start speaking Haryanvi, or I start speaking, of course, I don't know Assamese or Gujarati, but if I start speaking in that, you're like, what are you saying? Yes. So the point I'm trying to say is autistic people, they feel that our way of presenting our language is alien to them. It's not that they're not capable of understanding. They don't have any lack of IQ. It's just that they are not able to understand the way we are putting things forward. They have a different way of communicating, which we have seen, and they are not very proficient when it comes to non-verbal and body language, and they don't understand they understand only the literal meaning of phrases and words. The flowery language is something which they will not understand. Yes? Any inputs, Aishwarya, Vidya?
Yes, ma'am. Sometimes this I've experienced what you say. What I tell, he will not understand. I have to make thrice make him, or some movements I have to try. Otherwise, he will not move from the place at all.
Yes, ma'am. And whatever we say to them also, it should be like in a sentence. It should not be more than 4 words or anything. Crisp and clear instruction we should give, and it should be like slow and steady. We have to very slowly, very patiently. We have to instruct them.
And you must have noticed that visual cues always make a difference. You give them pictures and ask them to understand that. That's easier for them than reading some notes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
While teaching, I've experienced that also.
Yes. So if you have some this one cues, then it makes more sense for them than if you go on giving them lengthy instructions. So that's why we say that they need to have little flashcards for the activities which they need to do or the routine which they have to follow. Okay, we go further. Difficulties in social emotional reciprocity, including trouble with social approach, back and forth conversations, sharing interests with others, and expressing understanding emotions. It's not that they don't understand emotions, but they have a different way. They feel we are speaking some other language. That is their problem. Or rather, they think we are the problem. Okay, they have difficulties in non-verbal communication, abnormal eye contact, body language, difficulty with understanding the use of non-verbal communication like facial expressions. They will not understand by your gestures. They will only understand when you say it clearly. They can't understand your gestures. You just nod and they say they won't understand your nodding. They have deficits in developing and maintaining relationship, and including lack of interest, difficulty responding to different social contacts, and difficulties in sharing imaginative play with others. All this is through your this is what is given in your diagnostic statistic manual. The manual continues further. Restricted repetitive pattern of behavior, interest, or activities. So we have all seen that they are fixated at some things. Yes, they have fixations and they don't like any change in the routine. They get scared and they get stressed when there's a change in the routine. Anybody wants to share any instance of working with such children?
Ma'am.
Yeah, Ashwarya.
Yes, ma'am. There is no change in routine. What happens is one child I'm treating with autism, and she was since it was told that not to show any like cartoon kind of things. Her mother is showing her like cartoons which are related to historical and for Lord Ganesha story, such kind of stories. So this
Mythological.
yeah, ma'am. And this kid is now fond of Lord Ganesha. She will say all kind of Lord Ganesha's songs and other Aikini Nandini, everything she will sing. And nowadays she is saying repeatedly she is saying Ganapati Papa Moria. This is what she says, or Aikini Nandini. And she was having lack of sitting tolerance also. And nowadays what I will draw means she will come to me, and she got familiarized to me. And she nowadays what I will do means I will draw a small Ganapati Papa in her place, so she will sit. If she get up from that place, I'll show that I'll erase this, so again she will sit. So whatever, if I have wanted to take any effect on, like want to teach her or any sessions I have to take with her, I'll just first we have to draw a Ganapati Baba, ma'am. After that, if you teach her, she will stand and listen.
See, that's the way you use their fixations and their interests and behavior. We use that for their own benefit, for teaching them.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a smart way of doing it, because there was this child with whom I used to work, and he was fixated with numbers. Usually, I've seen autistic children are fixated with numbers, and they will do anything when you give it in numbers. So whatever you teach has to be in that periphery, and you have to plan your lesson according to numbers, and there should be numbers everywhere. Only then that is interesting, and he will sit through the session in his place. Anybody else?
Ma'am, my student he was fixation with crow and tree. Wherever he see trees, wherever he see crows, he will say repeatedly and he will tell it is there, see. So if I draw anything on the board, first I have to draw crow, then only he will sit like that. Same like what ma'am shared, no, the same experience.
Okay, they have extreme distress at small changes, difficulties with transitions, rigid thinking patterns, and need to take the same route or eat the same food every day. Highly restricted, fixated interests that are abnormal in intensity or focus. I had this to tell you about one child I had. I had a Korean child with me. Of course, he was on the spectrum, and he wanted sushi in his for his lunch every day. The day there was no sushi, and imagine he is in an Indian school, he was in a Swedish school, but then the day there is no sushi, oh my god, he can't express, and he doesn't listen to what, or he doesn't understand what somebody is trying to tell him. He would throw a ruckus. He used to open his box, and if his mom has given him something else, oh god. So they are quite resistant to change. In fact, all of us have that thing that we don't adapt to change easily, because it involves unlearning and relearning. Okay, the symptoms have to be present in early developmental period, and symptoms cause clinically significant impairment. These things have to be present for a child to be labeled, or to be said that the child is suffering from autism spectrum disorder. Okay, I need to waken you up. What do you see? What does the picture show you? Here, at least, answer. What is the first thing that you see in this picture? Lioness. Okay, I'm not going to say it. Whatever that you've said. Somebody saw a lioness first.
I can see a tree with the shadow, I guess.
Okay, you can see a tree with a shadow. Wonderful. Others, come on, wake up, yeah.
Ma'am, tree, ape and a lion. Not
One.
lion.
What
Yeah,
is the
lion.
first thing you saw?
I saw tree first.
Okay. Others.
Same, ma'am. I saw first tree only,
Okay.
then lion, then lion.
Okay. Everybody, you want to answer? Come on, don't make it a monologue. I'm not a professor or a lecturer sitting and talking to you all here.
Now I can see a lioness and a monkey. Monkey also. I don't know. It's what?
Where did you see?
Gorilla.
I think,
Okay, gorilla.
yeah,
I can see a gorilla.
gorilla,
Yes.
gorilla.
On the
Yes,
left,
yes,
it's
yes,
gorilla. On the right, it's lion.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
wonderful. It's a lioness, I think. No? Lion has that mane on his head.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So anybody else wants to try now? I think we have actually explained the picture. So read it for yourself. If you saw the tree first, if you saw the gorilla first, you'll know what kind of a person you are. How many of you saw the tree and how many of you saw the gorilla? Did anybody of you see the fish?
No, no, ma'am.
Nobody saw the fish. Okay, I hope we are all awake from our slumber. Okay, this is an interesting part. All of us know about certain myths and facts about autism. Anybody wants to share any funny thing that you have heard, or somebody said something about autism, saying that this is a typical case of autism, or this is a fact or a myth or something about autism?
Autism and Emma are same.
Okay. Anybody else? You know what I heard recently? There was a child who went to a person for an assessment, and the person assessed the child, and they were suspecting if the child is on the child has ADHD. That's what they suspected, and they went for the test. And I don't know what test that person has done. That person has not revealed the test. The person has said that this child has intellectual disability, and he has given, or rather she has prescribed a syrup to give for 1 month. In 1 month your child will be fine. This is the best thing I heard last week. Okay.
Even I've heard like this, ma'am. In when I was studying in my college, my speech therapist was saying this only. There was, if you eat some medicine, autism will get over. It will be cured.
And the best part is this person has said ID, intellectual disability. I don't know what assessment, what is the IQ test she has done. Just written it saying that this child doesn't have ADHD, child has ID, and you give this particular concoction for a month, and in 1 month your child will be fine. I was like, I want to meet this doctor. Okay. People with autism lack empathy. That's not a fact at all. They also care deeply, but the way they express it is different, because they have problem in responding to the social cues, which we think, or the majority of us think, it's normal. For them it's not the way we think. So that is why they feel, they seem to be showing that trait, that they lack empathy, which is not true. Actually, people with autism are the most caring and the most sweet and warm people that I've seen. Yeah, this is a very important thing. Autism is caused by poor parenting. I have school authorities telling me, didn't we grow up as children? Ask the parents to spank the child a couple of times and the child will be fine. This is all because of poor parenting. They don't realize that there's something neurologically wrong, or there is a neurological issue with the child.
Ma'am, can I add one point?
Yes, dear.
Yes, ma'am. Even parents who are not expect and accepting the child who's having autism are thinking that if they hit the child or raise their voice against the child will be cured or he will be following the instruction.
See, raising the voice is still okay, showing your authority. Imagine beating the child.
Yes, ma'am, they are doing so.
Yeah,
And
they
the
think that.
has to do it also. If you hit him or ask him, you will send him to dark room, or if you say such a word, he will be staying calm.
But you
And
are
the
building that fear inside the child. No? That's not the right way to. I mean, the child is not doing it intentionally every time. It's a neurodevelopmental disorder.
yes, ma'am, and they cannot accept also. So acceptance, it's okay, ma'am. It will take time, but they are suggesting you can do this rather doing that.
See, that's the thing. Now, I agree. As a parent, as a mother, it's not easy to accept when somebody tells me that my child seems to be having showing traits of certain things. It's not easy. Of course,
Yes,
it
ma'am.
is. It takes time and it needs lots of guts to accept it. But then it's not poor parenting. We do see even in malls. What do we see in malls when the child is throwing a tantrum and the parents are trying to control? There are people who are just passing by. What do they say? They say, oh, the parent has actually pampered the child. You have not brought up the child in the right way, which is not true, which need not be true. We can't just pass a judgment like that. Yes, this is one more thing. All individuals with autism have intellectual disabilities. No. Some may excel in specific areas like maths, music. They will be. I believe in one thing, that you are always blessed. If God takes away one part of it, God gives you in some other way. They have wide range of abilities, and they have above average intelligence. Yeah, this is something which is a very debatable thing. I don't know how many of you are aware about this vaccine. The vaccine that babies get at the age of 18 months is supposed to be the cause of autism. So the research is on. It's still a myth. It's not a fact as yet. Anybody has more idea? Aishwarya, you know more about this?
Vaccine, I haven't heard, ma'am. Like intake of medicine when they are pregnancy, it can affect autism. It
See,
can
that
be
is
an
prenatal. That is
ah,
prenatal. The
that
causes
I
is.
have heard.
But apparently there is this vaccine which is given at 18 months. When the baby is 18 months, there's a vaccine given, and there is a school of thought which believes that that vaccine actually reacts, and that is why children end up with autism. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, there's this thing, autism can be cured. Sadly, all these conditions cannot be cured, they're lifelong. You can have early intervention therapies and support and accommodation, but there is no cure. Like somebody gives you, and I have seen lots of parents. Of course, it's a level of desperation on the part of the parent. They go to homeopaths and different doctors. Ki homeopathy, apparently I have heard homeopathy has a cure for autism. So, I mean, I don't know how much of it is effective, but then there are people who claim that. People with autism do not want friends. Not true. They do want, but then they have a different way of connecting and maintaining the relationship. So, as a normal community, we need to help to bridge this gap and understand how to connect and how to interact and socialize with autistic people. Autism is a lifelong condition. You don't outgrow it. People believe that. I have people telling me, I have mothers telling me and grandmothers telling me that his father was also like this. After his 10th birthday he'll be fine. As if you have some magic wand. 10th birthday, 11th, the next day morning the child wakes up and the disability is gone. No, it's a lifelong thing, and awareness and support is required at all stages. It just doesn't vanish like that. It's not a fever with paracetamol or with your antibiotics for it to actually vanish. We know this for sure. One size doesn't fit all. They have All people don't have similar symptoms and behavior. It varies from person to person. Each one has their own challenges and strengths. And we can't say that all autistic people will show this, and this symptoms and this behavior. Okay, now we come to the next part, which is early diagnosis. And why do you need to do the early intervention? Because the brain is most malleable during the early childhood, and it's easier to teach children specific skills, helping them reach milestones more effectively if there's an early intervention. Earlier, the better for anything. And early intervention reduces the impact of the symptom, and it reduces the challenging behaviors such as tantrum, aggression, self injury, wherein we teach alternative coping strategies. And again, speech and language therapy can have a great impact for the children to function better, build relationship, and participate in educational settings. Anybody has any inputs, any doubts, anything to add on, or even contradict?
Ma'am, one more myth, ma'am.
Yeah.
And some will not accept that autism is a disability.
But as in, then what is it?
I think, like, since they are small, like few children will be naughty. If they are grown up, they will be okay. Like, than they believe it as a condition. They think that it is a in this age the child will be like this, like
It's a
notorious.
phase in life. That's what they say. No? It's a
Yes,
phase in
ma'am.
life. So that is the thing. Like what I said, they think that okay, by the time the child is 10 years, the child will grow out of it.
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
not a condition where you grow out of it,
Yes, ma'am.
or it's not a shirt or a pair of trousers that you're going to outgrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Social skill early intervention programs that include focus on developing the social skills, helping learn to interact appropriately, peer relationship. I mean, whatever said and done, early intervention is always better to bridge the gap and reduce the gap. So what else do? You have it helps to enhance educational outcomes. They could be part of the regular setup with inclusive education. They could have academic success and early diagnosis. You can tailor educational plans according to the specific needs, keeping everybody in the loop. The therapist, the parent, the educators, the general teachers, everybody in keeping in the loop. It's a joint effort of everybody for planning a educational program for the child. Long term, they are independent, they're self sufficient, and investing early is much better than taking costly services. If the child has not been attended to in the initial years, later you'll need government social security schemes to support, and it's going to be more expensive and difficult and challenging to handle later as an adult. So early, nip it in the bud, do it as early as possible. Okay, now the simple basic question: why? What is the cause? Why does autism happen? And I think you guys must have be aware, the ones who work in school, you must be very aware now that the kids in the age group of 3 to 6, the ones who are just joining school, they autism is very common across all social strata. Yes, Aishwarya, you see that?
Ma'am, could you please tell once more?
Uh, do you see more cases, or it's autism being rampant across all social classes in the really young group who are just joining school, from the age group of 3 to 6 or 3 to 7?
Like, as of now, I had seen them from primary section. I have seen more cases, ma'am, with autism.
Okay. Because what I have seen is affluent houses, well educated parents, and the kids end up with autism. Really little ones, as early as 2.5, 3 years old, they are diagnosed with ASD.
Yes, ma'am.
So, coming to the thing, exact cause of autism is not known, but it's believed to be a result of complex interplay of genetic, environmental, and neurological factors. So, we don't know the cause, we don't know the cure. Medical world is still yet to give us the why and what to do. Genetic factors, you have your heritability. It could run in gene, somebody suffering, and if one twin has an issue, the other twin also gets it. Genetic mutations, variations in the gene, which is all the research is on. We don't have any clarity. These are the possible factors. Environmental factors, prenatal, you're exposed to all chemicals. The pollution in Delhi adds to it. The When the child is in the prenatal stage. Perinatal, the child having jaundice after birth is a very serious concern, and quite a few children with jaundice could have autism. It's not that it's mandatory, but it's been observed that it is quite rampant with children who had jaundice at after birth. Neurotransmitter system imbalance, all your neurological neuroinflammation. So, like what I said, it is likely caused by an complex interaction of genetic environmental factors rather than a single cause. There is no single, you can't pinpoint that this virus or this bacteria is the cause of autism. It's a combination, and we still don't know the why.
Perfect. Come on then, have a great day. Thanks for keeping an eye on it. Off somewhere fun today? Are you all right?
What gift have you got, Sam? It's just a calculator.
Off somewhere fun today? Are you all right? Off somewhere fun today? Are you all right?
What gift did you get, Sam? It's just a calculator. Sorry, did he scare you? Is it a calculator? Sorry, yes, is it a calculator?
What are you doing? Trying to kill yourself? Are you right?
Have you seen this epic fail? What's that, Mum? Have you seen this epic fail?
Somewhere fun today? Are you all right? What are you doing? Trying to kill yourself? Are you right?
Sorry, did he scare you? Is it a calculator? Sorry, did he scare you? I thought you were We're out of napkins. Do you want to see the special?
Are you harsh?
Okay. How can I help? I'm autistic, and sometimes I get too much information.
Okay, what was that? Too much of information? What happened to that poor girl? Aishwarya, you saw the video. What happened to the poor
Yes,
girl?
ma'am. Like she actually, as of I can compare it with one other character, like
Okay.
autism kids, like their brain neurons will be more active than a normal human, whereas they give attention for the main. They can listen to many things at one single particular time, so they don't know where to pay attention and what to respond in such a way. That's why they possess a character that while calling their name, they cannot respond, whereas they are giving attention to each and everything in a if they are sitting in a place, their attention will be all over such a way here also this child is have many things are stuffing inside, so where she has to give attention. So later on it is like she is feeling like stressed.
It's bombarding. Everywhere it's bombarding. See, when we see something, when I'm sitting here and doing this, I am not focusing on the other sounds. I don't hear the fan sound. I can't hear somebody driving outside. I don't hear the dog bark. I don't, because we know how to stop all that. But for a child with autism or anybody, the neurological issue is they're bombarded. They don't know how to uh, block, or how to not react or not take that input. Okay, as of now, there's no cure for ASD. You have various treatments. They aim to help the individual to develop communication, social, behavior skills, and enhancing their ability to function independently. Okay, some probable therapies are ABA, which is a very common thing which all of us know. ABA is a widely used therapy based on behaviorist. Just one moment. Guys, read this. I'm back in a moment. Sorry about that. Applied behavior analysis, and then where it's a widely used therapy based on the behavior theories, involves understanding behaviors and how they are affected by the environment. Then you have this early start Denver model. These are all still in the formative days in India, and not everybody knows about these, and they come at a cost. And even as simple as an ABA therapist, you don't find very good ABA therapists in big cities. So you can very well understand how it comes down to small towns and the other places. But ABA really works. I have seen in cases it really works. ABA really works well. Then you have something called pivotal response treatment. It targets a child's development, such as pivotal areas like motivation, response to multiple cues, self management. And then you have the speech language therapy, which help the individual to improve their communication skills with verbal and non verbal. And then obviously you have the occupational therapy, which is quite common, and to improve the daily living skills, instruction following, sensory integration, fine motor skills. And you have your social skills training, where you teach the individual how to interact appropriately. Of course, I don't recommend, but there are some medications. I personally believe that medications come with lots of side effects. I don't recommend. I feel should be the last resort. Your anxiety, depression medications, behavioral problems, because these medications come with very severe side effects. Personally, I am not a person for any medication. Yes, diet and nutrition. We have seen this, that children who are hyperactive, you need to cut down on their sugars, no chocolate, no toffees, supplements, omega 3 fatty acids or vitamin, the supplements that we give. Okay, coming to the most important part, what can we do as a community? What do you think we should do as a community? How do we help people with or autism, or what service can you do to make sure that they are part of your society? Yes, Aishwarya.
Yes, ma'am. So autism students, like we have social interaction is more. So before social interaction, we have to make them aware of that situation. Like if we are taking a child to restaurant, we can show the picture of restaurant. This is restaurant, and who all are there working. What even the table, picture of a table, picture of menu. everything should be shown priorly, like awareness. Then one day we have to show them, like we have to take them to restaurant, so they will compare it, they compare both, and they have an acknowledgement of a restaurant, how it will be. So rather showing some photograph rapidly randomly found in Google, we can take the photograph of nearby restaurant and then show to the children, so they can have a link between them. So pictorial representation, whatever it is, if they are taking for social, we can give a pictorial representation to make them aware, and later on we can go. And while giving the instruction to their children, it should be crisp and clear in one line with more, it should not be exceeding more than 4 words.
See, this is as a special educator, as an person from the field. But in general, first thing is we need to create an awareness for the general public. People don't accept. People see such children or even adults in the mall or in any public places. They are not happy looking at them. They pass comments and they make weird faces about what kind of a child this is. They just give you that look, which where we should try to create that awareness in the general public, not just with our children. Autistic children, yes, there are training programs. We need to create awareness campaigns for the regular public also.
Yes,
For
ma'am.
autistic children, we have our inclusive education, we have our therapies, support groups, but and we need to ensure that they are part of your community programs, part of the activities. They should not feel left out. It looks like a neta sitting and making a speech on stage, but actually these things need to be done. Somebody giving an election campaigning, they'll say we'll do this, we'll do that. No, ground reality, we need to create a supportive environment for these people. We need to include them, because like what somewhere I had read, you seclude them till the age of 18 in a separate school, special school, and all kinds of things. But where will you leave them at the age of 18? They don't have a separate planet. They have to be accommodated on the same planet. So might as well start including them from an early age in all our activities. Why are they kept away from all our this one? Because okay, this child has issues, this person has an issue, so you have to keep them away. Yes, you have something to say?
Yes, ma'am. As of you said that awareness should be created for community, awareness among teachers also should be given. As
Yes.
of that, since I'm working in inclusive school, I can understand that teachers are moreover, like we can take into 90% also, they are not accepting their child. Like, how can we only give attention to this particular child? Why, then how I will, ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I
Hello.
can hear you. I lost you in between.
Yes, ma'am. They are in the mindset that they have to be taken care of only by the special educator. Whereas I put a question on them, like, since you people, one day I was taking a session, I just put on a question that, like, you people wanted these children to be independent. If you can consider, if it is a my child or myself in that position, you wanted me to be an independent human in my society. So as of that, the community which I am coming first is my school. If you are not accepting, how can you expect me to be independent in the society?
What answer did she have?
They
Did
were
she answer?
silent, ma'am.
See, that is the thing. No, the moment they see a special educator in school or a counselor in school, here, handle this child. You're handed over the child. But then
Yes,
that's not
ma'am.
the way it works, right? You have to, everybody, it's a community affair. You have to do that. It's not that there are, okay, we are there to facilitate, we are there to support, but that doesn't mean that we are there all the time with them. They are supposed to be accepted, and they have to be part. What does the word inclusion mean? That's what inclusion means.
even still now teachers are not knowing the what is meant by inclusive education and how the educational system has been evolved, since they were only using demonstration method and they were only treating with the normal kids. Then as of now they are coping up with the special children also, so they feel that it is a big burden for them. They wanted to give one to one session. Why should I these many children I have to look after, that in that I have to give? Yes, it is hard for them to handle one child where they have to handle the 38 kids in a classroom. So in between, it will be better when providing training sessions for the teachers. They have to have not only the
Yes.
special educator, they
it's
have to know.
it's just not training sessions, Aishwarya. It's the fact that how they plan to change their mindset, because
Yes,
how
ma'am.
much ever you train them, how are they going to actually put it into practice in their regular classroom? We may train them, we may bombard them with lots of things. That moment they're all fine, but how much of it goes into the classroom?
Yes, ma'am. And they are thinking that only special educator can handle that children, and if they find a small like characters change in the children, no, we have to change, give to that special educator. By the way, but they are not accepting that what a special educator is expecting from them. As a stakeholder, their role is also important for the kid.
I mean, this is something we have a long way to go, Aishwarya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we know that there is no cure. A combination of therapies intervention can lead to significant improvement in symptoms and quality of life. Early diagnosis is what we can do, and research continues to explore new treatments, and hopefully, we are able to see some light in the whole thing and try to help people and all these children who are actually struggling on the spectrum. This is actually very nice.
A lot of things in the world don't make sense right now. But when you're autistic, the world has always seemed a bit, well, complicated. Don't get me wrong, there are times when we get it, or when people get us and see that our differences can be a good thing. But mostly we have to find our way in a world that wasn't built for us. The people, the chatter, the noises and smells, all the unpredictable stuff that you don't even notice, we notice all of it. Our minds are racing, trying to deal with everything hitting us all at once. The pressure builds and builds, it squeezes, it makes it hard to function. We find ways to cope, but it might be hard for you to understand. We're trying to fit in every day because we have a lot to offer in this world. We need to understand these experiences, and research is finding ways to make our world a bit easier. But you can do your bit too, because if we understand more, we can build a better world.
Okay, I think that's it. How many of you have seen The Good Doctor? There's a series on YouTube. Just Google it and see. There's something called The Good Doctor. It's about an autistic surgeon, a autistic boy who goes on to become a surgeon. It's a beautiful series. Anybody who's seen it? Nobody? I thought there would be somebody who's actually seen The Good Doctor. Okay, I think that comes to the end of my presentation. Now, share your thoughts, your feelings, your questions, your criticism, whatever that you want to share. We are open.
Ma'am, I have a doubt
Yes,
that
Dimple.
if we want to recognize that a person is too much introvert or an autistic, I mean, is there any way to identify? Because I have a nephew and I feel uh, sometimes that she is a kind of autistic, or her mother believes that she's too much introvert.
See, again, the thing is, we have done our research, or rather, doctors are in trouble because whatever the ailment, we tend to Google it out first. So the moment we
Yes.
Google it, we say, okay, I start Googling saying that I have a headache, or I say that I have a cough. I Google it. Google will tell me that I have cancer. That's what Google is going to tell me.
Correct.
So after 2 minutes, you're going to shut it out, saying that, oh shit, I don't have cancer, just get lost.
Yes.
So the thing is, it's a very see, a person being introvert doesn't mean the child is autistic. A child, I may not want to talk to people. That's my nature.
Yeah.
For that matter, I am an outgoing person. I like to talk to people, but my daughter's just the opposite.
Hmm.
She finds it. She's like, why? She thinks it's weird. That doesn't mean that she's autistic.
Yeah.
It's not just not being able, wanting to talk to people. If you want to be autistic, like the way we went through all those criteria, which even DSM says, you need to have it over a period of time in all scenarios. I may not want, I mean, if you go to the in laws place, you don't want to talk to some of your in laws. Why? That's
Yeah.
your call. That doesn't mean that you're autistic.
Yeah.
We are choosy about whom we want to talk to.
Yes.
If the child is an introvert, don't just label the child that the child is autistic. For a child to have the symptoms, the criteria has to be fulfilled for a period of time. Even for that matter, when we say depression, if you I am sad today, that doesn't mean that I am a patient of depression.
Yeah.
That is what the diagnostic manual tells you. You can't just say overnight that this person is autistic or this person has this particular disability. And you need to get a formal assessment done. If
Yeah.
you have real doubts, you go to a psychiatrist, and the person conducts certain tests and gives you the result of the test, saying that you have performed here this way. And that's when you say whether you have autism or not.
Yeah.
And the sad part of today's world of little awareness that we have about all this is, we end up judging ourselves. Like, I was told years ago when my daughter was in school, my somebody told me that one of the senior teachers, casually, when I went to meet her, she didn't know my background. She casually told me, your child has ADHD, is a hyperactive child. I was like, oh wow, I didn't know this. I mean, just because she had known the term, she didn't know the clinical definition of it. So, unless we know it for sure and we go to the person who is authorized to tell you all that, don't make decisions or don't come to conclusions. Don't label anybody. Yes, Aishwarya.
Yes, ma'am. This labeling issue I also faced in my school. Still now I'm facing. That I have answer like, did you ever seen that I'm saying that a kid is having this or that? Since they are aware of hyperactive nowadays, autism and hyperactive, they are coming with an answer that that kid is having hyperactiveness, that kid is having autism. And also I have seen this, ma'am. Only seeing one particular character, they are judging the child that the child has this kind of disability. That even they can mispredict. Misprediction is also happening. Whereas the child with hyperactiveness and autism, one or two characteristics will be similar. With that, they will say that this child has this thing, or some child will be naughty. Like, since they are so small, they will be naughty. For that, they will be saying, "No, this child is hyperactive. I cannot control this child."
See, that is the thing. No, one particular trait for a short duration is not considered as a disability. All of us have those traits. There are times when we don't want to talk to anybody. We are not, that doesn't mean that we are not social.
Yes, ma'am. And
So
if
there
we
are times when all these things happen for all of us. But the sad part of this, I would say, little knowledge is dangerous. That's something which works here. People just know the phrase and then they tend to use it with anybody and everybody. Nobody has the authority to use that phrase with anybody unless the formal assessment report is done by a person with credibility. Even after an assessment as a special educator, we have been trained not to use the label, never to label a child.
Yes, ma'am. As of that, I came to a knowledge that where acceptance is, we are saying that acceptance of parents is more important. Such a way, acceptance of a teacher is also more important in this case.
Yes, I agree. Acceptance by the whole society.
Yes,
It's not
ma'am.
just parents, it's not just teachers, it's the whole society. That is what we want. As a
Yes,
community, we want to accept and we want to do whatever our bit. Like the way we say, do your bit for the environment, I would say, do your bit for a person with disability. And disability doesn't mean only physical disability, which is visible. There is more to mental disability,
that is
which
what I
is not
said, ma'am. As a since they have this many characteristics, maybe their parents would be pampering them inside that house itself. So the first community which they come out is a school. So from school, the school acceptance is more important, whereas it is the first exposure for the kid to develop
after
himself.
all. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
true. Anybody else? Hina, you had something to ask me, if I remember.
Ma'am, I want to say something. There many parents, they are not understanding the term autism, and they are thinking that we are creating their child away from other children, or we are not giving them proper attention. Basically, few students are laughing in the class only. Matlab, they are just smiling, but they are not understanding the concept what we are teaching at that time. So, what is this kind of autism we can say?
They have this laughing syndrome.
Yeah, a few are there. They are always laughing. I don't know what is the matter, what is the thing, but whenever we say
Are you a
send
teacher?
them,
Are you an educator? Special? What are
yeah,
you?
yeah.
Okay. See, there is something. There's a laughing syndrome where the child has this uncontrollable laughter with no reason.
Okay.
So they have to see a doctor and they'll have to get an assessment done. And in that case, you medications are prescribed when it is beyond control. And that doesn't come under autism. That is not a disability on the spectrum.
But they are not studying also. They are not understanding in the class. But
That's
when
because
you
they're
ask
not
any question
focusing.
to them, yeah,
That
if you asked any question to them, they just laugh. I don't know, but they just smile. Basically, not laugh, but just smile. And when they head down, their head down, putting their head down, they are also laughing at that time. Or they will see
which
their
grade?
partner and then they laugh.
Which grade are you talking about?
I am talking about a student of class ninth grade.
Class 9, it could be other issues. I mean,
Okay.
they have those hormonal changes and they it's more of a defiance to authority. That's what they have at that age. They don't want to accept and they are trying to evade from their studies. So that is a totally different issue that has nothing to do with your neurological issue, unless and until the child shows I mean, when they are there working in pairs and they don't have a problem socializing and partnering with classmates and with peers, and interaction with peers is fine, and they're not responding in class, or they are not adhering to the rules in the class, that's more of an compliance issue. That's more of a defiance to authority. That's a different disorder totally. That has nothing to do with your neurological and your social and communication. That would be totally different. I'll share my email ID, Kanta. You can write to me there and I'll help you out with this. Are you there? Okay, anybody else? Any more pointers? Any more questions? Any more thoughts? I think somebody had a question about their child. Was it Hina? Was it you? Hina, are you there? If nobody has anything to say, I think we need to wind this up. Anything else anybody has to say? Okay, I think we can all leave the meeting if there are no more doubts and no more thoughts to share. Thank you so much for attending this and looking forward to seeing more of such webinars and seeing you all for more interactions and exchange of thoughts. Thank you, everybody. You can leave the meeting.
Thank you, ma'am.